Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Should the whole being king thing not work out, Prince William may already have his dream backup job lined up. Football pundit. Wills was with George in Paris last week to watch Aston Villa face off against Paris Saint-Germain in a Champions League clash. Speaking with TNT Sports' Rio Ferdinand and McCoist, William showed himself to be every inch the armchair tactician. Referring to Aston Villa manager Unai Emery, he analysed the team's prospects against PSG, saying, "We all saw the Liverpool game, PSG's intensity in the first leg. They were unbelievable. They gave a lot of pressure. They press very high. So for Unai tonight and team, it's about managing that press." The commentary drew admiration from Rio Ferdinand, who laughed, "Do not go for a pundit's job, please, because I could be out of the game." He added, "The way he just dissected that down, I'm going to nick that for later on." William, who predicted a 2-1 win for Villa, may have been overly optimistic. PSG won 3-1, but the Royal remains undeterred in his support for the club. Speculation is mounting over just how influential Prince William may have been in Marcus Rashford's surprise January move to Aston Villa after the two shared a warm embrace at the Parc des Princes ahead of Villa's Champions League clash with PSG. A club insider told Mail Online, "His passion for Villa goes way beyond that of a normal fan. He is obsessed with football and his team. It is the same with England. The deep-rooted devotion, coupled with the Prince of Wales' long-standing rapport with Rashford, has ignited online chatter that William may have played a quiet role in encouraging the Manchester United star to join his beloved club." The pair's closeness is no recent development. William awarded Rashford an MBE in 2021 for his campaign to ensure vulnerable children received meals during school holidays in the pandemic. He also spoke out publicly in defense of the striker after he endured racist abuse, further cementing their relationship. So when the Prince greeted Rashford in the tunnel in Paris with the words, "I missed you," it came as no surprise to fans who've followed their history. But that moment, caught on camera before kickoff, has only fueled rumours that William may have reached out to Rashford ahead of his lone switch. One source claimed it was hard to believe that William wouldn't have contacted Rashford if it had helped get the deal over the line. While there is no official suggestion that the heir to the throne meddled in club business, his regular appearances at training, close rapport with Villa players and hands-on support of manager Unai Emery have made it clear that this is not your average football fan. From the Supporters Club to the Sussex Survivors Club, a moniker reportedly adopted by former staff who claim to have been left emotionally scarred by their time in Harry and Meghan's service. According to Daily Mail Royal editor Rebecca English, this unofficial fraternity consists of aides who, in her words, lived to tell the tale. Some, she reports, were left in tears. Others allegedly exhibited symptoms akin to post-traumatic stress disorder. One person, she wrote, sobbed down the phone to me after a particularly harrowing day, emotionally broken and no longer able to cope. At the heart of these claims is a pattern of high staff turnover and allegations of bullying, all of which have been consistently and vehemently denied by the Sussexes. Melissa Tubati, a highly regarded personal assistant who had previously worked for Robbie Williams and Ada Field, reportedly resigned after just 6 months, with royal biographer Robert Lacey recounting an episode involving custom red blankets that were disastrously the wrong shade. Tubati, he wrote, was traumatized by her boss's behavior. Others who departed included Amy Pickerel, Meghan's private secretary, who left shortly after the birth of Prince Archie in 2019, Heather Wong, who had once worked in the Obama administration, Edward Lane Fox, Prince Harry's longtime aide, and Jason Nauf, who went on to join Prince William's household and was later honoured with a Royal Victorian Order. Nauf, it should be noted, was the author of a formal HR complaint in 2018, alleging that the Duchess had bullied 2 PAs out of the household. In a televised interview earlier this year, Nauf declared that he wouldn't change anything about the decision to raise those concerns. The fallout prompted Buckingham Palace to open an internal review, the findings of which have never been made public. For her part, Meghan has consistently rejected the allegations. Meghan has made a surprising move into the $600 billion menopause market with a fresh investment in Midi Health, a virtual clinic focused on women's health after age 35. The California-based startup raised $63 million in its latest funding round, and Meghan joined the high-profile list of backers alongside Amy Schumer, Connie Britton, Tory Burch, and Sheryl Sandberg. According to Fortune and TechCrunch, Meghan's involvement aligns with her strategy of investing in female-led companies. She's now backed over 10 since moving to the US in 2020. Her portfolio includes everything from coffee, clever blends, to clean beauty, highbrow hippie, and she's now targeting health tech with MIDI, which offers virtual visits priced at around £192 for an initial appointment. Fans are lighting up social media with accusations that Meghan has been borrowing rather heavily from a few already established celebrities in shaping her latest ventures. Her new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, immediately raised eyebrows for sounding a touch too close to Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO. One impressed ex-user called it the same name plus a thesaurus and added, "We're supposed to believe you're a female founder? You can't even found an original name for a podcast." Meanwhile, comparisons to Gwyneth Paltrow are heating up. Fans uploaded side-by-sides to prove it. One user quipped, "She's totally copying one of Gwyneth's early Goop videos, the roasted chicken one." Another added simply, "Oh my God, lemons and all." Fans also say Meghan's Netflix show with Love Meghan feels awfully similar to Pamela Anderson's Pamela's Cooking with Love. Side-by-side trailer comparisons have made the rounds, with one fan saying Pamela's version feels more authentic, while Meghan's is trying too hard. This week on the TV series Elsbeth, things took a delightfully cheeky turn when our favourite redhead sleuth found herself outside a very posh funeral home in the middle of a murder investigation. As Kerry Preston's Elsbeth chatted with a photographer lingering outside, she asked if he was there for photos of the senator's family. His reply, "Family? No. Friends? Yes. Rumour has it Harry and Meghan are going to be here. A good shot of them will make my whole year." Elsbeth, ever polite, gave him her breezy good luck and carried on with her case. Later in the episode, she bumped into the same photographer. Again, this time no royal sightings. Family decided to cremate instead, he told her, which put an end to that tabloid dream. This isn't Elsbeth's first brush with Meghan-related banter. Back in January, the show poked fun at wellness culture with a subtle nod to Montecito life during an episode investigating a suspect who ran a suspiciously holistic centre. Meghan wasn't named, but the fans certainly caught the vibe. More Palace in just a moment. In The Telegraph, Alan Cochrane suggests it might soon be time to welcome Harry back into the royal family. Cochrane writes, "By any measure, he has behaved badly, very badly even. All on his own, he has made himself an outcast. Nobody else is really to blame for the situation in which he finds himself, separated from a loving father who would still welcome him back into the fold, even if his elder brother is highly unlikely to feel the same way." However, as the rift between Prince Harry and the family of King Charles yawns even wider, could there be even the slightest chance of him cutting some slack? And who knows, we might see the beginning of the end of Harry's war. Read again what he said during the court hearing. "The UK is my home. The UK is central to the heritage of my children, and a place I want them to feel at home as much as where they live at the moment in the US. That cannot happen if it's not possible to keep them safe when they are on UK soil." If he loses this case before the appeal court, and it will be some time before we hear the judgment, it's expected that he will have to foot a substantial bill, which might suggest that the act of throwing himself on the mercy of the court in this way indicates that he's now bored with what looks to many like the aimless life he leads in Los Angeles. In a battle for public opinion, once upon a time, Harry reigned supreme and was the rascal royal that everyone loved. It is past time for a rapprochement in the House of Windsor. For that to happen, Harry must show he wants to be part of it. In the Daily Mail, Russell Myers writes, "It's barely believable how far Harry has fallen from consistently being the most popular member of the royal family, adored by everyone from the lads in the pub to the troops he served with and your granny. Far from denying anyone the right to fight for what they believe in, especially when it comes to the safety and security of their family, but surely Harry realizes by now that his path of resistance against his family, the government, or generally anyone who has irked him that week, is a tiring practice. His own father and brother have become so exasperated with his various crusades and petulant attitude that they have found it far more cathartic to cut all ties. On any level, this is a sad state of affairs. In a parallel universe, Harry would have been front and centre, flying the flag for the UK and the monarchy, but now finds himself on a path increasingly difficult to turn back from. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a nice review if you're enjoying the show. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.